Welcome to our GTM Advice episode, where each guest answers a fast round of questions and shares their go-to-market advice with you. Let's hear from Connie. What is the biggest go-to-market challenge that exists today, and how would you tackle it?
This was actually my go-to-market confession, and that is, I know I'm afraid of this, and I'm afraid as marketers, we're kind of facing this. I feel like we're running out of ideas. I feel like we're running out of ideas in terms of breaking through all of the noise, how to get ourselves noticed, how to create the demand, how to do that faster so that we can make our mark in the market, how we can do it at the pace and the expectation of the leaders. And I'm praying that there are innovative marketers out there all over that will keep creating. There's new ways for us to do it. But at some point, I'm afraid that our challenge is going to be that it's all just going to be crowded and messy, and we're going to be out of ideas on how to neaten that up and get ourselves into our place in the market. It's a scary thought, and I hope it doesn't ever happen. But that's what I feel like our challenge is right now.
Where would you focus your efforts if you had limited resources and had to drive immediate results?
I would focus on all of the amazing and now great creative ways that you can use social, because those are still the platforms where you can just really put all of your creative juices. And at marketers at heart, we want to be creative people. We don't want to be number crunchers or lead creators. We want to be creative people. And those are the areas where we can actually, for little to no money, create a splash. Not that you wouldn't need help doing that. And it always helps to have influencers in your space. But I think if you have influencers in your space and you can get them to help you and put them to work and then put all of your creative juices there, that you can make a pretty immediate sort of impact, at least from a visibility standpoint. Because everything else is costing too much money right now.
How do you ensure there is alignment across all go-to-market functional teams, sales, marketing, product, and customer success?
I'm going to quote you, my friend Stephanie Cox, in a recent LinkedIn post. It has to start from the CEO. And they have to be committed to the strategy and to getting everybody in sync. And they cannot waver. Because if people see the CEO waver, then regardless of how hard that we're trying to keep everybody connected and working towards the same goal, because I feel like that is, whether or not we want it, it's kind of marketing's responsibility. I embrace it because I love that challenge and opportunity to get all of the departments in line and everybody thinking towards the same thing. Why is what we do of value to our customer, and how do we communicate that, and what role does everybody play? But you got to stay on message, and you got to stick with your strategy. And as you said, and I 1000% agree, it has to start with the CEO, and they have to be the one to be the anchor for all of that.
What's the one dirty little secret in go-to-market that nobody talks about, but everyone needs to know?
Leads do not equal sales. Leads do not even equal opportunities. Leads do not even equal something that we should be paying attention to in their sort of definition. And leads should not matter as much as they really, really do.
What do you think is the biggest misconception about having a career in go-to-market?
That it's marketing.
What is the one skill that all go-to-market professionals need to have mastered to be successful?
There's two, but they go hand in hand. One is the ability to manage up. For somebody that's new in their go-to-market career, it is a kind of a scary thought, and it may be a little intimidating. You have got to be able to effectively and gracefully manage up, or you will only ever be a reactor. And you also then, as a result of that ability, should then have a very specific knowledge in how to create and execute strategy. That should come from the top. It should come from the CEO, but you have to be able to manage up effectively and help that strategy and that plan and the execution happen. You've got to be able to take that on. So you have to have a very clear understanding and knowledge of how to do it so that you can help the leaders when you're managing up do it.
What is one thing you wish you knew sooner?
I wish I knew sooner how the marketing function was going to evolve in the digital age. It happened so fast, I feel like I was kind of caught off guard. New marketers coming into this space don't know anything differently, but I feel like I would have set my own expectation in my head about what my new role will be. Because when I started, it was the fun, creative, sexy job. And now it's the high stress, data-driven, revenue generation, accountability job, which I am doing, and I am doing well, and I am still enjoying it. But I felt like I needed to be a little bit better prepared because I had way more fun before between me and you.
What is one piece of advice you would give to someone looking to grow their career and go to market?
Stay very, very up to the split second, as fast as it's moving, current in all of the digital technology tools and software solutions, all of that. You have to be so on that and even looking ahead to that because it impacts every single thing that you do. So in addition to being knowledgeable about the revenue piece of it, the sales piece of it, the digital marketing, the traditional marketing, all of those things, you have to be so current because if you're not, even if you're current, you're behind right now as fast as technology is moving. You've got to be so well aware of that and how to use it in your job. Because if you aren't, then when the next thing comes up in the next 5 minutes, you're already too far behind. So be very diligent about that and take the time.
You've been listening to GTM Confessions. If you love what you've heard, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review our podcast. And don't forget to tell a friend.